Pioneer. Yo, what's going on guys? EJ here, bringing another Lord of the Rings Rise to War video. And as you probably would have seen by the thumbnail and title, this is no joke. I don't even know where to start talking about in this video today, but it's absolutely crazy. So, the REFORGE system. So, as you probably would have seen, I've lost over 800,000 gems worth of investment in the game because of this. I'm going to be telling you today why you should never reforge any item. It is absolutely crazy. If I have to be the guinea pig, like, I learned, I didn't read and stuff. But the thing is, everything's changed. There was no announcement, so I had absolutely no idea, to be honest, really. And then after the fact, the next minute, I realized I've lost like 50, 60 gold gear out of my account. And even though my account is still crazy good with gear and stuff like that, it's a lot of money and a lot of time and effort and investment that has been lost. So yeah, we're going to talk about the REFORGE system, tell you everything what happened, give it a bit of an explanation, a bit of the math and the breakdown in that. Yeah, and it might just completely blow your mind, and I'll show you some messages that I have with support and that, where basically I'm completely screwed. Yeah, so let's get into it, shall we? So yeah, let's go to my pack first. So I've just spent like 8 hours redoing all my gear. I had to unrefine a lot. Now, this is all the gear I have now. It's still fantastic. I still know it's probably better than 90% that people have. But yeah, I've put a lot of time and money and effort into the game. But I had to unrefine a lot to just get my gear to here. So what I've done, I have unreforged 5 pieces of gear, which were pretty much max level every single time. So we're going to use the Glum Ring for an example here at level 5. So, when you fully, like, strengthen these up, I believe it takes, like, 26 gold items, around about that, to level it up to the max level 5, which is called level 5 enhancement. You can also refine as well, using mithril as well, but we'll get more into that in just a moment. We're going to stick to the reforging part and stuff like that, and the enhancement. So, I've fully enhanced this up to level 5, right? And I went to reforge this. Now, I've clicked this, and first thing you have to do is you have to pay 3,000 gems. So at 5 times this, it has cost me 15,000 gems. That's reforged 5 times. Now, when you use this gear and you like strengthen this up, for example, so let's go to this one. If I go to enhance here, I can put in like certain pieces of gear, right? And you see, this is the max level. It's level 10. And then there's like 6, so that's like 16, and then I think it's 4, which is 20, plus then 3 is 23, and then I think it's like 2. So it's like 25, 26 gold gear. So I use these kind of gears and stuff to fill it up. Now, I didn't really look, but there's been no real big announcements. So I haven't seen anything like released or announced about it. So if you click Reforged here, it says, okay, you get some gear here. So I thought, okay, I'm going to get some extra, like, I'm going to get some of this broken down gear and stuff like that. I get the sword back, and so you would think, like, you're going to get all your gold gear, right? You've invested, like, 26 gold gear, or purple, whatever you used, and you would think you'd get that all back. Especially seeming that you've just paid 3,000 gems for the chance. Now, reforge, all you're doing is reforging it back to like this kind of state, like my wizard pipe here, and you just lose these stats, because every time you enhance, you're going to get a random stat given. So basically, you're doing this to get your stats. Now, the reason I was rechanging it, because I wanted some gear to try refine and re-strengthen some of these. Now, the thing that tricked me is, this is where it tricked me. If I go to my sword here and go here like this and go to materials, it shows all the gear of how it's made up. So, this is where it tricks you. As you can see, this is all the gear that it's made up. And I thought, oh, okay, I want a couple of these items back so I can do some strengthening or refinement with. So when you actually click on the item, it shows you everything it's made up of. But when you go to break this down, because you cannot actually break these down with Elven Hammers now. I don't know why. They've made it so you have to pay to do this. You've made it with all that gear, and you think you're going to get all that gear back. But you don't. When you reforge it, all you're going to get back is this 13 broken gear. So you instantly lose, let's say there was 26 gold gear, you lose 13 of your gold gear instantly gone, guys. That's gone. 13 gold gear gone. I've done this 5 times. So that's 65 gold gear lost. Yeah, and we'll get into the math of that in a moment. Now, with the mithril side, if you break it down, you will actually not get mithril given back, but instead you'll get given the sword back at that refinement level. So if you had it refined once or twice, the gear will go back like this, but it will be refined with a gold star refinement level still. So you won't get everything back. But you're going to lose all that gold gear, no matter what, you lose half of it straight away. So, in saying that, we'll have a look at the messages from support, and then I'll go through the math of how much that I've actually lost. So, as you can see in the support, they told me that they gave me this notice of the Reforge, which the only way you can see this in the game is if you press the little tiny question mark up in the corner. And basically it says that you'll get 13 equipment back, which will be worn out equipment. And if you have a refinement level, which I was talking about before, it will be kept accordingly, so you can't get back mithril from a Reforge. So if you ever refine it, that mithril's stuck there forever, guys. Now it says our team has already made changes and stuff like that, but they say meanwhile they're going to make a second warning button and that come on the Reforge and that. But I think it's too, like, it's not clearly shown, like, enough to understand this. Like, yeah, my mistake, oh well, but the amount that I've lost is absolute crazy. So this is what they said that they can do to help me. So this is where I thought I only refined 3 times, but I've actually refined 5 times. It's shown the dates and times that I've done so. Now, they said regarding my situation, they can reverse once, which is the first one that I ever did, but it will not include the other 4 times, which was done literally today. So basically, I think I'd end up getting 13 worn out gold gear back. I would never get back all the helmets and everything that I lost. Like, I had like hunter helms and everything and stuff like that. I lost all that, so that's all gone. Can't be used for refinement or anything ever again. So yeah, basically that's pretty much what's going on. So I immediately rated 1 star, was not happy. First off, because I didn't even see this information here. All I seen was literally that, and then I had to like rate it and stuff, and then I seen this information. And so yeah, basically I said I've literally lost thousands. Then I got to auto reply again, and really, what's the point if I put this? I get 13 gold gear back. I'm still going to lose like 30 to 40 gold gear still after the fact. Now, I first thought that I lost 200 mithril, but luckily that was not the case, so that was really good. So I didn't lose my mithril, it stays on the item. But I lost, in total, at the moment, 65 gold gear, which we're now going to do the math on, which is going to blow your mind. Rightio, guys, so this is how I've done the math for the gold gear. So, I lost 65 gold gear, right? So that is absolute crazy. 65. So we have to work out how many Marthoms would I have to open to get 65 gold gear. Now, I went with the math of, in roughly around about 100, I used to pull about 3 gold gear. So 3 and 100. And the math turned out to roughly be about 2,100 Marthom chests to pull 65 gold gear back. Now, with that math there of 2,100 chests, I then did the math where it came out to, if it cost me, I had to work out how much it would cost me for 2,100 Marthom chests. So I did 2,100 times 400, and I believe it came up to 840,000 gems. So 840,000 gems there, which is absolutely insane to be able to get those Marthoms and to get that amount of gear left. Now, that amount in dollars for me, I then did the math. I had 840,000 gems. So I did 840,000 divided by 24,000 gems, which you get in a pack which cost me 159 Australian dollars. And yeah, it roughly came out to around about over 5,000 Australian dollars. So that's how much I've lost because of this, over 5,000 Australian dollars. So yeah, so in saying that, I don't know what the point of the REFORGE system is. Like, I highly recommend no one to use it whatsoever. Like, you're literally losing everything. Like, you're losing like half your entire gold gear and hundreds and hundreds of Marthorm chests opening worth of money of all that gear you're invested for what? To just reset a couple of stats are going to give a couple of extra points when you've had to pay 3,000 gems just to unlock this feature. So yeah, guys, that's my rant, my rave. If I don't get all my stuff back, which I'm probably not going to, I probably could get 13 gold gear back. I don't really want to do it because I've just went through 8 hours and got my gear, even though it's still pretty good now. Enough on my commanders, as you can see, to have a decent formation. So I don't want that to get messed up and everything and stuff like that. So if I have to be the one that made the mistakes and be the guinea pig and loses all this money and all of this time and investment, so you guys don't get messed up and screwed over by this feature, then so be it. But yeah, yeah, I highly recommend not to use the REFORGE system at all. It is, there's no benefit in it whatsoever. It's just completely insane, in my opinion. You're losing half your entire gold gear instantly. And yeah, that's it. That's the end of the video, guys. So until next time, peace out, EJ's out, and I'll catch you guys later. See yous. Thousands songs of the EJU.